Good morning, Twitch.tv. Good morning to YouTube as well. And, of course, good morning, Mini Motorways. Let's go to Zurich. For today's daily challenge, we will begin with 4 tunnels. But when you're going through them, the speed limit will be decreased. So, don't with the long tunnel. Make some short tunnels. Short tunnels are fine. Oh, goodness gracious. It is Thursday. It is warm already and going to be more warm. The projected high temperature for this day here in New England is 93 degrees. It will be in the 90s every day through the weekend. Ucky, ugly times. It is almost, one might be forgiven for saying, almost as if it is damn near summer. That's right, summer starts in a scant, a couple of weeks. Somewhere around June 22nd, I think, is the official start of summer. Now, I could consult, I was about to refer to the internet as the collected history of all human knowledge, and I suppose it's out there somewhere, but it's being scraped and buried by AI bullshit. So, according to Google, the official astronomical summer solstice, whatever, is June 21st at 4:24 in the morning. So yeah, June 21st, first day of summer. It's soon. Sooner than you think, one might say. But hey, let's not worry about that for now. Let's have all of our primary colored houses over here. The reds to the reds, the blues to the blues, the yellows to the yellows. And as always, they are guided by the guiding principle of good Mini Motorways road engineering. One business and one road. It's not how you make a good functioning city, but it is how you make a good Mini Motorways map. Oh, God. Oh, I'm tired. I spent a decent hunk of yesterday looking at beds and chairs for exceedingly large people, because my bed and my chair, while having been made for exceedingly large people, are nonetheless starting to show the wear and tear of having been used by exceedingly large people, by which I mean me, for a while. It turns out that things cost money, though. I'd rather not drop a 4-figure sum that starts with a 2 on, anything, but certainly not something for me. Good Lord, are you serious? Buy a thing for myself with my credit? Nonsense. Absolute nonsense. Speaking of absolute nonsense, let's do this. We'll get these blues to share here. And that's basically, this is going to want to be a traffic light at some point, but for now, we'll just kind of staple this road off to here. This is going to have to be fine. This blue business will be A-okay. I'm reasonably confident that this house can support this for the time being, and in the long run, it'll probably get help and support or something. It'll be fine. I mean, even if this goes circular, it'll be a long time before this winds up being the thing that kills us. So, it will indeed be fine. Oh, big stretch. Oh, yawn. So I did not watch the Mets last night. I heard that they were down 7-2 at one point. They lost 9-2. Good job, the Mets. Good job. Who do we blame for this? We blame David Peterson for this, right? Mostly we blame David Peterson for this. CNL Perez and Jonathan Pintaro did their jobs. Combined 4 1/3 shutout innings. Good jobs, CNL Perez and Jonathan Pintaro. Hey, I have a question. No, I'm vaguely aware of who CNL Perez and Jonathan Pintaro are. Believe me, though, it's vague. The awareness is vague. This yellow house will get pointed down this way, so the 1, 2, 3 of you can serve this yellow guy. The 1, 2, 3 of these reds can serve this. And let's sneak this green road up here. I was about to say, actually, I think that might be okay. We might be able to make that work. just barely, we can make that work to come off this way. Okay. I actually think it looked better when we came down like here. So we could sneak this green road onto here. These beiges will take advantage of motorway number 1, swing themselves due northerly, just like so. I could have done something ridiculous involving a tunnel and a bridge if I had a bridge, but no. We already know that tunnels will slow things down, so let's not make our tunnels overly slowishly, eh? Speaking of things being overly slowishly, we might... Give me a bridge. We might... Oof. Hi there, dark blue house guy. What are you doing over there? Are you gonna, like, have friends spawn near you or something? It would be nice if you had friends spawn near you or something, but it doesn't appear as though that's what's happening here. So, crap. All right. Well, let's see. I was gonna run this dark blue house up and over and around like so, but I would ideally like to get another color of thing with it. So, all right, let's do this. Let's take these 5 reds, zoop them out in this manner. This red house will point out that away. All right, everybody go for a second. You're a dark blue here. That's interesting. You point that way. So these 4 reds will go up here, serve this business. These dark blues then will ultimately swing around and serve this guy. Is that enough to serve that guy? Just those 2 houses? I don't know. If I get another one of you, I might want to road down here. And if I can road down here, then I can chop this and just have all of these serve that, which doesn't sound like the worst thing in the world. All right, you point down here. We're just going to bite the bullet and do a lengthy tunnel. And, oh boy. Oh, they were not kidding with the slowness of the tunnel roads. Oh, yeah, the slowness of the tunnel roads is a thing, isn't it? Okay, well, listen, we're going to have to deal with it. That needed tunneling at some point, so listen, it's going to be fine. It'll be fine. You've got 3 houses. It's fine. You're like the video game. Remember the one in exactly one Fire Emblem joke I can make? I've played 2 Fire Emblem games, neither of which are Fire Emblem 3 houses, and yet the only thing even approaching a joke that I can make about Fire Emblem is that Fire Emblem 3 houses contains, wait for it, 4 houses. Now then, this yellow road here is going to get repositioned such that it serves this business that ways. These 2 beige houses here can now serve this new beigeness right there. I'm going to just toss motorway number 1 over here. I'm not going to delete it right now until I know that I don't want to immediately redeploy it. Do I want to immediately redeploy that? I would kind of like to get this this blue nonsense. This might actually work, but it looks so damn stupid. Is that a good reason to kill a thing with our 1 and exactly 1 motorway? I don't think that it is. Alright, I think we'll live without a motorway for a minute. It'll be okay. Hey, we got our motorway back. So now these beiges serve this, these beiges serve this. All remains right with the world, sort of. We do still want a traffic light for this, but I also just really want to separate that. Like, I ultimately just want to You know, I think I can just... Here. Let's chop and murder all of this garbage. We'll take these 2 blues from here, actually. And if we take those 2 blues from there, actually... See, it becomes such a short and simple motorway, too. Like, it's such an easy fix right there. It feels dumb not to do it. Oh, and we get another motorway. Wonderful. So I'm not even out of motorways. We've just got ourselves a pretty good setup. And hey, the setup gets even better. We got another blue for this. So I am going to do this road, which I hypothesized earlier. Doing that road will break off this. It eliminates the need for a traffic light here. It means that all 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of these dark blue houses are situated in such a way that they serve this dark blue business. Should be for the best. Now, can I make life any easier, say, for these reds? Is this better for these reds going up here? Probably. You point down here, we still have the lengthy tunnel of nonsense. But, you know, we're going to have lengthy tunnels of nonsense. There's a whole bunch of rock. Listen, there's a whole bunch of rock on the map. You're going to have to deal with some lengthy tunnels of nonsense. It's just a thing you're going to have to deal with. Let's get through here. We're coming up on 500 tripskis. That's lovely. I will take another bridge. Okay. This blue house up here, point down that way, be a little more efficiencated. Ooh. Uh-oh. What are we going to do about that? It's a wonderful question to which I presently don't really have an answer. I could... My first thought is that I eliminate this yellow road and I draw a motorway for the 3 of these yellow houses to serve this yellow circle. That opens up all of this real estate, which would allow then for greens to swoop down this way. The alternative is that I just extend this green road out here and these 3 houses do double duty. I don't love either of those, but I think I'm going to go with the former option. So let's chop and murder all of this yellow road. We'll draw motorway number 2 right there. In turn, that means we swoop this way with these greens. And these 1, 2 green houses slide down here, serve that business. Should be fine. Okay. Now, these beiges exist. There's not much I can do about that. Not much it's really calling for them to do. I could swing them down here to this circle. The circle doesn't really need the additional help. At least not for right now. I think it's basically just fine. Buddy, if this blue wanted to go circular, I would be so okay with that. I would be just the finest and dandiest. However... it's not what has happened. Instead, we have a rude little jerk bastard over here. And I have this one blue house, but I kind of wanted more. Huh. These blues can't easily be added to this road just because of the house placement, so it's a little awkward. You only having one house is kind of a really bad thing, actually. I could... Well, balls. Alright. Let's have this red road. No, you're still needing to exist, but you can swing down that way now. And if you swing down that way now, we can have the yellows just kind of deal with tunnel slowness. Go up here, serve that. 1, 2, 3 yellows get up here. I could actually, I think I have the road tiles for this. It's going to use a tunnel anyway, but it'll probably be faster if I have them go up like so. Okay. You beiges gather right there. All right, so that serves that. This blue over here remains kind of fucky. But what are you going to do, I guess? Whine about it, mostly. Oh, it sucks that that's so darn fucky. Whine, whine, whine. If I get another motorway, like I've got a pair of blues here not doing anything. I've got a pair of blues here not doing anything. Can't really swing any of the extant blues that are here down here to serve this for now. But we did just get another motorway. Okay. So chop that. And I think the thing to do is redraw this beige road just a little bit. Free up these two blues. Motorway number 3 goes... Actually, let's shorten motorway number 3. Yeah. Motorway number 3 will serve this. Motorway number 1 will pivot out here such that these two now serve that. That's better, I think, than having a very short and very long motorway, especially given what just happened over there. Okay. All right. Beiges. Beiges, work with me here. You do that. This yellow. Ooh. All right. Okay. Listen, it's not actually a problem. None of this is actually a problem. For you see, we have... well, it's going to be a bit of an issue with the reds, isn't it? Okay, we're going to have a chatski with the redskis, but it's going to be fine. The reds are still swinging down, and we're still doing a tunnel because these yellows here are going to box them out. Boop. And boop. Okay. So these 4 yellows now serve this business. These 4 yellows now serve this business. That's all fine. This hunk of 6 reds needs to diagonalate down here and then get under that. You serve that. You swing in here. Okay. Again, big, long, stupid road here, but it's going to be fine. It's going to be fine. I could have had them tunnel through here and then navigate this, but no. It would have had to use a bridge. It would have been a whole thing. Not worth it. Not at all worth. Get myself a tunnel back. These yellows now serve this. These yellows now serve that. That is totally fine. This blue, having gone circular, can be serviced by all of these. This blue, having come into existence, will be annoying, but, that is what it is. You swing up here, we'll just tunnel you straight through there. We're just kind of tanking it with these slowdowns of tunnels. Like, we're not doing anything to min-max in terms of minimize the amount of time that cars are in tunnels or anything. We're just kind of going for it, which, I don't know, is probably fine. It'll probably not be the thing that ruins and kills us, one hopes. You can say that eventually about everything, and that is correct for almost everything, that any given thing will not be the thing that murders and kills us. But, the great tragedy of life, something will be the thing that murders and kills you. Title of the episode, The Thing That Murders and Kills You. Oh no. Oh, let's see here. This red will point down that away. This yellow will point down this up that away. These greens exist now. This green will serve that. These blues, I guess, can bridge up here and join this road and serve that. That's okay. These beiges can swing up here, serve that circle. That's okay. Oh, let's see here. Look, we got a whole bunch of blue cars coming to serve this blue business. They're just getting tunnel slowdy. So, Who could have predicted that a tunnel slowing things down might be problematic and deleterious to our future attempts at success? Certainly not me. Certainly not me. All right. This blue point up that away. This blue point that away. And given that there are now 3 of you, I think we can point this blue back up here. So we add another blue to serve this guy, ultimately. Let's see here. How are we doing? We got a yellow here. Can swing out like so. Better service for that yellow circle. That'll be good. These blues are doing a good job serving this. This red business is a little bit kerfunked, so let's toss another house at it. I do have a whole bunch of reds over here, not really doing nothing. Not to mention, I have the mountain of reds up here, which are slowly working their way down through the tunnel in service of this business. But speaking of slowly working their way through a tunnel, I think maybe this enormous pile of red should slowly work its way through a different tunnel? Is that a thing? I don't know if that's a thing. That kind of doesn't feel like a thing. So what would I do? I would tunnel them down here and then... I mean, it's something for them to do. Here. Let's have the 5 of you. Come diagonalate yourselves all the way down here. And then you go like that.
Hear ye, hear ye.
And is that actually any
Let
better?
the record show that this viewer was here first.
Peter S. was here first. Good morning, Peter S. Oh, we are off to a start. That is a thing that you can say with a good deal of certainty. We certainly are here in Zurich doing some things. Let's continue adding more ridiculous reds to this ridiculous road. This is a pretty ridiculous road we got going on here. This yellow business is possibly my least favorite thing that's ever existed. Like, what am I supposed to do with you, friend? What exactly is your great and grand and master plan with that? Do you not have one? Because it seems to me as though you don't have one. My indications are that you're just being a fuckwad. You fuckwad. Well, in order to serve this business, I'm ultimately going to have to kill this tunnel. So what I'm going to want to do is free up this road avenue, because the only clear path I have involves... Let's do this. So motorway number 1 presently exists to schlep these 3 blues down here to serve this guy. I say unto thee, fuck that. Let us instead draw this bridge and this road, and now these 2 houses will serve that business. Motorway number 1, thereby freed up, can come up here at the intersection of these 4-ish yellows and a couple of beiges that aren't doing anything. One end of motorway number 1 can be here. The ass end of motorway number 1 can be, let's say right here. With that off-ramp in place, we then draw this road, which gets the yellows down over here to serve this yellow business. It does, however, fuck with this green access road, which you may have noticed we're going to need to redraw. So the plan is we eliminate this tunnel. Here, give me another bridge. The plan is we eliminate this tunnel just as soon as this car finally goes through it, which is going to take 5 ever. But once this car finally goes through this tunnel, we just doot and retunnel ourselves such that these 3 businesses don't actually fucking die. Now, you are a green business, and there is green help coming for you. However, it is very slow on account of the tunnel, so we may just be fucked. I think you might actually be okay. You appear to be okay. Wonderful. However, we still have the small matter of this yellow business having to deal with all of this yellow bullshit, and I wouldn't blame you at all if you decided, fuck this yellow bullshit, I'd rather just die. But, to your credit, you, at least to this point, have not actually fucking died. Tremendous. Now, this red business is dying, which is unfortunate. Can I do anything to help with that? Well, to help you not die. Possibly. Let's steal one and, let's just say one house from this circle, because after all, this circle also has all of these friends helping it. I'm also going to add this house back on here to serve this business. Can I add? I can do a net nothing if we... Yeah, okay. All right, fine. Those houses no longer need touch. I think this might just be the extent of our skills at the moment, because we can't... Yeah, that's unfortunate. Okay, everybody go. Oh, right. This beige guy. I forgot about this beige guy. I was also going to do a thing for this beige guy. So, these beige houses here can swing up in this manner, tunnel themselves that way, and there's got to be a traffic light-based solution to this problem, right? Like, if we just come here and do that, and then PCTL right about there. Yeah, that's a PCTL right about there. Cool. So now we've effectively more than doubled the dude flow into this business, which is good. We've also rendered a 25% dude bonus over here. Actually, it's a 33% dude bonus. You had 3 and you added 1/3 of that. So good for you. Let's take another tunnel, bring us back up to 2 tunnels. This blue circle got mad for reasons I frankly can't understand. You have 6 houses and a straight shot motorway, you ungrateful fuck. Like, this red circle getting mad, I understand. This red circle up until very recently only had 3 houses serving it. Even at present, it has a scant 4. That's not very many. This red circle, I totally understand getting mad because it has 2 close-range red businesses, and then the rest of its support comes from 1,000,000 miles and a fuck tunnel away. Look at the fuck of this fuck tunnel. Look at this. Look at this garbo crap. Speaking of tunnels and garbo crap, we've got this green business presently dying. This red business, despite having all of the love and support in the world, is dying because it turns out going slow in tunnels is a problem. It turns out things that make you move slowly, which isn't good when the whole point of the thing is to get to the thing in quick order. I got 3210 commuters, which feels nice. That's a good score. 104 days of that. I'm sure we did tremendously. It's top 2% in the world, which I feel good about. It is, however, 100 guys less than Samurai Sam, so drop those slams in the chat. Grumble, complain. God, imagine a world in which I could pronounce the word complain. The wordle today is olive, obviously. No? Sad. The wordle today is reach. Using olive as your first wordle guess really is a bit of a reach, but, you know. We got to shout out our friend Clancy the Crow, after all. Okay, so it's not reach, but we did find where the E goes, so that's something. The wordle today is bendy, like Beckamy. No? All right, fine. But there is a Y in it. That's something. The wordle today is... It's not hefty, because there's no H. The wordle today is wefty. Obviously. No? Okay. The wordle today is petty. It could be petty. It could just be a tiny, meaningless little argument about a thing. No, but, we know, based on the yellowness of that middle T and the greenliness of the T directly to its right, that the word starts with a T. So it's T-E something T-Y. The wordle today is testy. Just, walk on eggshells for a while. It'll be fine. It'll be totally fine. We just need to give it some space, let it calm off. It's like me when I play Overwatch poorly. When I play Overwatch. All right. Let us do some time guessing. This feels like China. Am I right about that? We sure got some Chinese-looking bus characters. All right. So we got some Chinese-looking bus characters. I wonder if we're supposed to recognize this building. It feels like a famous building. Yeah, testy. Testy. It means It just means you're on edge. You're a little, not quite explosively angry, but the kind of thing where if you continue needling them, they might be testy. They might be explosively angry. Let's see here. No, balls is testes. That's a 6-letter word. T-E-S-T-E. Yeah, T-E-S-T-E-S. I started spelling that, and I was like, wait, that can't be right. It turns out that was right. Anyway, as for the time guessing of this, we're in Beijing, China in 19... Hold on. We couldn't possibly... No. That can't possibly be Korean, can it? I don't think it is. I don't think we're in a northern Korean type place. That doesn't feel right. No. We're in Beijing, China in the when of this is a wonderful question. 1989? Sure. Let's go for it. We are in Beijing, China in 1989. I was Korean. That's Seoul, South Korea, 1967. Okay. Next, we have the Great American Freedom something of Los Angeles, which probably means we're in Los Angeles. You're also advertising Hormel chili. That's some good chili, presumably. Sam, we will not hold it. We shall continue the program. You've got cigarettes. You've got the El Cid Flamenco. We're at Manzanita Street here in Los Angeles. Question becomes, when are we? And these are some exceedingly 1960s vehicles we got going on here. So we are in Los Angeles, California in 1900 and nice. I think we might be in Los Angeles, California in 1900 and nice. Now then, we're just going to zoom into LA and hope to get lucky and find Manzanita Street. And I'm not going to look terribly hard for it. So there's Santa Fe Avenue and Los Angeles Street and Gladys and Ceres and Kohler and Mills and Wilson and the Produce District and Mateo and Alameda and Long Beach Drive and Newton and Paloma and Sam, I guessed China for the first photo, so you would have been better off than I was guessing North Korea. Washington and 21st, 22nd, 23rd, and Adams and Stanford and 27th and 30th and Broadway and Hill, and fuck it. We are in Los Angeles, California in 1900 and nice. It is, in fact, fairways up north of LA in 1980. Okay, fine. Next. We got us a Swiss flag. For once in my life, I'm a person who recognizes flags. So, we actually got several Swiss flaggeries. Wonderful. We've also got signs in German, another indication of Switzerliness. So, we're going to say that we are in Zurich, Switzerland in 19... This looks like a fairly modern photo that got black and whited, but I could be wrong about that. This does not feel horrendously modern. This kind of does, though. You have boxes of stuff. All of your stuff does not appear to be modern-looking old. It just looks old. Modern meant to look old is what I was trying to say there. All right. We're in the mountainous hills of Switzerland in 19... Don't move the thing? 1955? I don't. This dude's glasses make me. 1958. Sure. This just this feels like a more modern outfit than that. This could be the 80s. But this doesn't feel the 80s. This doesn't really feel 80s. The bikes don't. This, I don't know. If this is the 80s, this is a costume. Which, hey, maybe that's just a costume. But maybe we're back on 19. Don't move the thing. All right, fine. We are in the mountainous hills of Switzerland. Where'd you go, Switzerland? There you are. We are in the mountainous hills of Switzerland. Does that mean we're in Zurich or maybe a little... It feels a little further south than that. It feels like Swiss Alpsy. Maybe we're in Lucerne. We are in Lucerne, Switzerland. In 19, Don't Move the Thing. It's Grindelwald, Switzerland. It is a little further south than Zurich. Further south, indeed, than Lucerne. In 1958. All right, fine. Reasonably good job, Goog. Next. All right. So we've got the Mafoundi March. Cool. We're marching to Eton. This is La Bonne Rentrée Scolaire. C'est un supermarché Reco. So this means the great returning student shops at Reco. I don't think that's right. C'est l'instant des bonnes affaires. So it's the instant of good fuckings. Interesting. Sam has redeemed the Goog's terrible French accent. It is so bad. Another day where we do this, we have a boulangerie, et une pâtisserie, et une sandwicherie. You are just making up words now, Francais. A sandwicherie. Fuck you. Fuck you. All right, so we have here a place which has obviously been touched by the French imperialism. It is not good. If the Goog was to be a place where there was the recognizing of the license plates, this would be obvious. The CMA right here has me thinking perhaps this is Cameroon. Cameroon contains a C and an M and an R, and has been touched by the end of the French imperialism, which, as you can see, is present. So, perhaps, I think we are in Cameroon in 20... I do not know. The man, he holds a phone. The phone, it does not look to be terribly modern, but it is a phone. Perhaps then 2010? 2016? 2016. We are in Cameroon dans 2016? 2016. Oh, wait. This man on the phone? On the phone? No. Also, I am to remembering there is in fact a French word for 16. It is Suisson. 20 Suisson. Now then, we are to be drawing a circle which, with reasonable accuracy, is to encompass Cameroon. I do not know exactly where the Cameroon is. I think perhaps is Sub-Saharan, and okay, it is to deploy actual knowledge of French imperialism. If you are to be Sub-Saharan and affected most by French imperialism, you are in this juicy corner right here. This juicy corner right here contains many of the worst atrocities committed to one person by another person. By which I mean the French, they were so very imperialist, particularly in this juicy corner right here. So perhaps this juicy corner right here is where we will find the Cameroon. Perhaps. We have Nigeria, we have Burkina Faso, we have Cameroon in the juicy corner as predicted. We are in Douala, Cameroon, in 20 Suisson. 2010. I'll take it. Oh, God. Oh, it's so goddamn hot already. I want to turn on my air conditioning. Hey, look, Niagara Falls. Oh, God. This is the American side of Niagara Falls from Goat Island. Thank you, photo caption. And given that and the weaved hatsliness we got going on, we are in Niagara Falls in 19 Herc the thing all the way to the left. So, let's go to Niagara Falls, which is right about here. Ding dong, ding dong, ding dong, ding. We are at the American side of Niagara Falls from Goat Island. All right. Where's the actual falls here? We got Niagara University. We got the Niagara River. Everything in the world is named after Niagara here. There's Niagara on the lake. Yeah, we got to get the location just right if we got a chance to beat Sam here. We got us an international border thing. But where is the actual, thing doing? All right, here's Niagara Falls State Park. It's got to be here. Hey, Goat Island. Okay. So there's the thing. This here's the place. We are there in 1900 and Herc was 1906. We were on the other side of Goat Island. Son of a fuck. 35505, which I believe means we're dropping some more Samurai Slams in the chat. Sadness and failure. Now, for today's edition of StatPad, we need dingers by batters of the American League Central in 2021, an Angel who never won the MVP over the last 15 years, a Marlins Gold Glover over that same time period, a Tiger who never won an MVP, and anyone in the NL West in 2014. Gross. All right, so 2021 in the AL Central. This is the first almost full season after the pandemic. You've still got, I think, the rotting corpse of Miguel Cabrera kicking around, but he is very much by this point a rotting corpse. So I don't think that's your answer. Jose Ramirez exists. He's very good at baseball. I think you've still got a good Tim Anderson year in 2021. I don't think he was completely washed for another year or two. So you've got a good Tim Anderson year. 2021 for the Royals, I think, is a little early to be hitting Vinny Pasquantino. So I can't really think of anyone who would be on the Royals and good in this time frame. For the Twins, this might be a Josh Donaldson year for the Twins. It feels like it could be a Josh Donaldson year for the Twins. And as I recall, he was pretty okay with the Twins. So my thoughts are Jose Ramirez as kind of a safe choice, and then maybe try to get lucky with a Josh Donaldson, a Tim Anderson, a Luis Robert. This could be a good Luis Robert year, actually. Oh, I don't really love that, but let's take a home run swing with Luis Robert Jr. in 2021. Had 13 homers. Not great. 74th percentile. Oh, Salvador Perez. That was the year you went absolutely bonkers bonanzo. And of the dudes I named, I absolutely should have just gone with Jose Ramirez. Okay. All right, fine. So we need an Angel from 2010 to the present who never won an MVP at any point in their career. And I think I was going to say Albert Pujols here because it's like he never won an MVP with the Angels, but that does say in his career, and Albert Pujols won in his career. So obviously it's not going to be Shohei Ohtani, it's not going to be Mike Trout, it's not going to be Albert Pujols, which leaves some questions. How do we feel about 2025 Jo Adell? Jo Adell was a well-hyped Angels prospect who basically came up and sucked for a handful of years there. But I think starting last year has kind of started to put it together. I don't think this is going to be an Anthony Rendon year. For one thing, he might have won an NL MVP when he was with the Nationals. But for another, I don't think he was ever actually good with the Angels. I think he signed that contract and pretty much immediately turned into an oft-injured pumpkin. So it's not going to be Anthony Rendon, I don't think. It's not going to be... I'm trying to think of some, 2010s Angels who would have been here. This is after the days of Tim Salmon and Troy Gloss. This is after the days of, Jim Edmonds. Didn't they have Marcell Ozuna for a year? Wasn't he there and good? Am I making that? I feel like I'm making that up. I feel like that's not actually true. They had Torrey Hunter. Now, granted, Torrey Hunter's a fucking shitbag, and also not much of a dingers guy. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't feel great about this, but I am going to say 2025 Joe Adell. That feels something. It's 37 homers. It's tippity top of the charts. I suppose I should feel better about 2025 Joe Adell, given that it was literally the best number you could possibly have gotten, given the limitations of the category. I guess I should feel better about that then. All right, we need a Marlins Gold Glover between 2010 and 2025. Was Hanley Ramirez still on the Marlins in, say, 2011? How do we feel about 2011 Hanley Ramirez? I think he would have won a Gold Glove in his youth, right? What other candidates do we have here? It's not going to be Mike Lowell. Mike Lowell was gone from the Marlins by 2010. It's not going to be... What other Marlins have won the Gold Glove? Honestly, it's not going to be Pudge Rodriguez. He was long gone from the Marlins by this point. Did Giancarlo Stanton ever win a Gold Glove? I don't think Giancarlo ever won a Gold Glove. He wasn't a horrible defender when he was young and mobile, but yeah, no. If Stanton never won a Gold Glove, then it's... I don't know, man. I think Christian Yelich came up as a Marlin before he got traded to the Brewers. I could be wrong about that. I could be misremembering a thing. Yeah, I think the answer is just an early 2010s Hanley Ramirez season. So let's pick us an early 2010s Hanley Ramirez season, say 2011. Hanley Ramirez never won a Gold Glove. Well, shit. If Hanley Ramirez never won a Gold Glove, then what fucking Marlin has? It's not Stanton. It's not... I guess it could be Christian Yelich. I'm not even sure he ever was a Marlin, but feel like he might have been. Juan Pierre was 1, not a dingers guy, 2, not a home run hitter, and 3, I'm only half sure he was ever a Marlin. So it's not Juan Pierre. Also, 2011 Hanley Ramirez only hit 10 homers, so good thing he's never won a Gold Glove. Fuck me, dude. I mean, Jose Reyes was a Marlin and has won a Gold Glove in his career, but 1, he's a shitbag, and 2, he was not a dingers guy. So I don't think the answer is Jose Reyes here. Who have the Marlins had? I keep wanting to say Josh Willingham for things, and Josh Willingham keeps not being a good answer for things. Yeah, Juan Pierre was a slappy, speedy leadoff guy. I'm just trying to think of Marlins who might have won Gold Gloves. Yeah, Juan Pierre was very much he was a low single-digit stingers guy. If Juan Pierre hit a homer, you fucked up. Similarly, maybe D. Strange Gordon won a Gold Glove? One of the, 2 years he was good? But D. Strange Gordon, also not a dingers guy. Not in the least a dingers guy. I can think of one dinger D. Strange Gordon ever hit, and that was on a batting practice fastball. That was on the, gentleman's agreement. It would be really nice for you to hit a homer, so I'm just going to lay one in here and let you try to hit a homer, kind of homer. And I've seen the video of that homer. Dude barely cleared the wall off a dead straight batting practice fastball that he knew was coming. D. Strange Gordon did not have any fucking power. Ah, God. Son of a bitch. There is no penalty for guessing, and therefore I suppose I could just throw Josh Willingham at the wall. Here, Josh, did you ever win a Gold Glove and be good at things? Let's say 2010 Josh Willingham. Played for the Nationals. 2011 Josh Willingham. Played for the Athletics. 2012 Josh Willingham. Played for the 2013 I don't think he was a Twin. I think he had been a Marlin earlier in his career. We're not saying 2014 Josh Willingham. Probably wasn't that guy. Son of a bitch. It's not, fuck it. Let's pull some Christian Yelich seasons. Maybe it's 2014 Christian Yelich. 2014 Christian Yelich had 9 homers. It turns out that I was right that Christian Yelich had been a Marlin, and I was right that Christian Yelich won a Gold Glove, and I was wrong that a young Christian Yelich hit a whole bunch of dingers. Turns out that I should have gone a little bit older Christian Yelich, or perhaps remembered that Marcell Ozuna used to be good at defense. Okay. We need a Tiger in the last 15 years who's never won the MVP. So that eliminates Miguel Cabrera. And, my first thought is Prince Fielder, because I don't remember when he was a Tiger. So let's just look at Prince Fielder. I don't think Prince Fielder ever won the MVP. 2010 to 2025. Let's just start at 2010. Prince Fielder, 2010, played for the Brewers. Okay. 2011, played for the Brewers. Makes sense. 2012, 30 dingers, played for the Tigers. Other answers include Jid Martinez, Victor Martinez, Justin Upton, Spencer Torkelson. I'm totally fine with my 30 homers, 97th percentile. Dear God, this is not a good grid thus far. We need a dude in the National League West in 2014. 2014 is one of the years the Giants won the World Series. It is, in fact, the 3rd year they won the World Series. So, yes, Jid and Victor Martinez and Martinez do have their names pronounced differently. That is true. That's a factual statement. Sam got 132, so I would need 43 dingers in order to beat this, which feels possible. I'm trying to settle on which Giant I'm nominating here, and I think I'm leaning on Buster Posey. Because by 2014, as I recall, Brandon Belt was washed. Like, I know the Giants won the World Series in 2014, but to the best of my memory, Brandon Belt was washed in 2014. So it's not going to be Brandon Belt. If this was 2012, I would absolutely say Brandon Belt. But I don't think it is. 2014, though, you've still got plenty of good years of Buster Posey left. He could have had a great year, which helped them win the World Series. Nobody got to 43. All right. Let's just lock it in. Buster Posey. It's going to be at least a decent score. 2014 Buster Posey hit 22 dingers, which isn't a lot, but it is in the 96th percentile, 4th overall, better than Corey Dickerson, Matt Kemp, bettered by Dickerson, Kemp, and Adrian Gonzalez. I might or might not have gotten to Adrian given enough time. whatever. We'll take it. This is a bad grid. It beat 18.3% of other scores. 'Twas defeated once more by Sam. Sadness and failure abounds. However, we shall have an opportunity for redemption later this evening. For you see, we shall return with Final Fantasy XIV as we do a quick roundup through my inventory and have Boggers and Parlor Ghost yell at me and be like, no, get rid of that. You don't need that. Why are you hoarding that? What is wrong with you? About probably everything, honestly. Probably damn near everything. And then we're going to do the dungeon at the beginning of the Stormblood quest. The Stormblood quest, the final quest of the main plot of the Stormblood DLC. It turns out I was right at the end. It turns out I dropped it right at the fucking end. Folks, we will be there later tonight. Let's say 5:30 start time. Twitch.tv/the_Goog. Until then, this is the end screen. More gimmim tomorrow. Have a good day, everybody. And goodbye.